What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Half-Assed Garage. Today we're going to work on the D150 and get it ready for the new radiator to go in. To do that, we have to cut up the ears on this core support and either reverse them or just leave them off. The new radiator, the aluminum one, won't fit in here the way that it is. So we're just going to cut it up and see if we can make it fit. I did a little bit of layout on it already, nothing too crazy. I just kind of eyeballed it. The older radiator, I don't even know what it looked like anymore. I don't even remember it, but the tube came in on the inside and then it would attach here. The new one is 31 inches long. This is like 32 from side to side, so it's not going to fit, and the outlet basically comes in right here. So there's no way to mount the aluminum. Obviously you can't weld steel to aluminum, so we have to make mounting plates for this to attach it. So the best way that I can think about doing that is to cut this off and basically relocate it to the other side, and that way this edge will be extruding or outboard of the radiator itself, and then I can weld some tabs onto the radiator, which I'll show you later on, and then it can just sit flat in there. So that's the plan, and we're going to get to it. This might help you visualize it a little bit better. Factory radiator, my new one, and if you remember in one of my previous videos, I loaned this radiator out to a buddy who's building a Gasser PT Cruiser for mock-up, and it came back a little bit rough. So we're going to use this one as mock-up too, but you can see that the inlets and outlets are roughly in the same spot. On the original one, they're inboard quite a bit, so they're covered up here by tape. But yeah, inboard quite a bit. The tabs, you can see here, they would attach to the front right there. So a pretty easy installation as far as that goes, but it's not going to work for us. So I went out today and I got some VHT chassis black. That will be used for the frame rails coming up here and the cross member, all the little stuff in the front. It's got kind of a little haze of surface rust on it. I want to cover that up, make it look nice while I can. It's not going to get a frame off, but I want to at least make it look nice. And then the paint shop today, I had this mixed up. It's this navy blue metallic aerosol. So I have 2 cans of that. Whenever I do the cuts and the welds and the primes and all that, when I'm done, hopefully you won't really be able to tell that I've changed anything. It'll be the same nice navy blue metallic. There is some surface rust on here. It's Michigan, it's really humid here. Everything rusts right away. So I want to take care of that and clean it all up and make it look nice. So that's the plan, and it should come out pretty good whenever we're done. This is the exact factory color to this truck. So everything under here should look nice and clean, hopefully whenever it's done. As they say, it's all done but the work, so let's get to it. Alright, so I got these things trimmed down, zipped it off, let's clean them up with a flap disc. Pretty good. Had to trim down here. I don't know what, it's like a little ledge. These are the bolts here that hold the core support down onto the frame in the front. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly how to mount that up. There we go. Pretty good. Seems like it's all right. Yeah, that'll work. So yeah, overall, it's kind of coming together. So now my new idea is, rather than welding these things on, because it will look worse because everything is inverted. So if I were to see how these little ribs go in, if I were to switch them, now they go out. So it'd look a little bit weird. So I don't really want to do that, even though it'd kind of look all right. Now I'm thinking if I just take these things off like they were before, I'll just curve them, and then it can just kind of slide in there. There's already some holes here. What I'll do is there's enough room behind it that I can weld a nut on there, and then I'll be able to just zing it on in there. Yeah, the bottom part, I want to raise it up. I've got enough room here. You can see where it sits kind of in relation to the hood. There's going to be more than enough room. So I got lots of room there. The shroud will be fine. It's just going to have an electric fan. We're going to kind of do away with the mechanical fan. I've kind of gotten rid of some of the rust. I'll probably hit it with some of the Cora-Seal right there. I was making a video on this, but I just didn't finish it. I put it in the floor down there. All that white stuff, it's kind of where I didn't apply it correctly. So anyway, the Cora-Seal works awesome. The Cora-Seal turns into a primer. So a lot of places like this, I'm just going to Cora-Seal it, kind of hit it with a little Scotch-Brite, something, whatever I can. Then I'm going to Cora-Seal it, and then we'll do the custom paint stuff over there. Again, this isn't a show truck. This is just going to be a fun toy. You can see the radiator from the front. You know, the edges. It's sitting right at where the tanks start to narrow down in. So it's fitting pretty good down there, and up at the top also you can see the curve of the tank. So this opening here is perfect for this radiator. All right, so I don't know where I left off with the last video because it's been over a week since I filmed it. But anyways, I'll show you what we got going down. This is our test radiator, right, that I got from Jay. And we're just trying to make the brackets go on the side. This aluminum that I've got, I'll show you what I cut it out of. And I took all of this cardboard and I cut it to fit down here. We've got these core support bolts that fit down in here, hold the core support down onto this little subframe part on the frame rails. So that'll give us kind of some support in the middle. I was going to make the little buckets like GM has, I think GM or Ford, that the radiator would sit in. These universal radiators kind of are designed to kind of sit down in there. But instead, I talked with some folks. I was worried that the radiator might weigh too much and kind of wobble on these and fracture the welds on the tank. But I talked to a bunch of folks that have done it with these radiators, and they say that it's no problem. So, just using the cardboard as like a riser. There we are. So it's pretty much just as simple as finding out where it sits in here. We got enough room. And then here's our little tabs. Tabs will go like that, be welded onto the tank here. Enough room for me to put a rubber backer on it, like a little grommet right here. So we'll drill a hole in here and through this. So we want to be able to bolt this thing up, mount it on there. We'll have nice little shock absorbing mounts, and should be high enough. So we're not touching down here. I can fit my fingers underneath of it, so no problem there. Cardboard's holding it up. So just level it out with the truck, cut some more of these, weld them on, bolt it up. Pretty good. All right, so here are tabs. Down here we got one. Fits right in between these two like corrugations. And then we've got enough room, about an inch, well, 3/4 of an inch to an inch, about 3/4 of an inch, on the flat part of the radiator tank. And then of course it bows out on that arc there. So we've got more than enough room. Then up in here, right there. Again, tons of room here for welding on. So I've taken these cardboard pieces, spaced them off of the core support, so there's enough room here that once I push it up against here, nothing will rub, nothing's rubbing on the bottom. So we're doing pretty good right there. guess right now the only thing to do is snap into a Slim Jim. All right, well, while I do wear a welding hat all the time, I'm not really that much of a welder, and it's been a really long time since I welded aluminum. So before I embarrass myself and try to show you guys or tell you anything about welding, you should check out the Fabrication series on YouTube. The guy's name is Justin. Watch the content there, and you'll learn everything that you need to know about welding, and hopefully you'll do a better job than me. So I'll try to put a card up or leave a link in the description, or you can just search the Fabrication series on YouTube. The guy's great, and yeah, that's where you should go learn how to weld. So anyway, I'm going to practice. I might take a little bit of video, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm just going to practice for a bit. All right, so here it is. Don't look too close at the welds. I was out of position. That one is terrible. So whenever I had to clamp those things to this forward edge, and then I was out of position, and I'm not like a pro welder or anything. So yeah, it took a minute, and anyway, it'll hold. I don't know if I said in the other video or not, but I'm using these cardboard pieces to stand it off so I don't get too close to this stuff. I don't want the radiator to be resting on anything, either on the bottom or on the sides. So yeah, anyway, got it all spaced off with that. I just have to put the radiator in it and then figure out where the holes are and drill them. So we'll try that right now. I was on a live stream last night with Novitaz and stuff with Cleatus, and managed to spend some of the time straightening these fins. I don't know if you could tell or not, but there has been some improvements made with the fins. I think I got most of them pretty much straight. Now it's just a matter of drilling these holes here. Should be good. All right, I got a couple of things done kind of off camera. We've had insane thunderstorms today, so I couldn't really film anything in here. I got some painting done, so pretty nice. Got that all done. Got the core support basically finished. It's not like obviously show car stuff. I could take the fender off if I wanted to and get in there, but you know, this is just a round town play truck. It doesn't really need to be insane. So all this still needs to be cleaned up and whatever. I did use some Cora-Seal. This is where the battery tray goes. You can see the battery tray is rotten out, so I have to either find one of those or fix it. I don't know. It depends on how much it is, if it's available, whether or not I do that. But the battery tray sits here and goes forward, so all of this stuff you won't see, but I did paint it anyway. It's dusty now, but you can see the sheen of it. Looks pretty good. All right, there it is. So, works pretty good, I think. Yeah, not too bad. I've got just enough room to sneak a wrench down through here, tighten these up, and yeah, on the bottom and everything. The little pads that I put in, they're working good, so I like those. And yeah, I mean, it ain't going anywhere, that's for sure. Not too bad overall. My welds aren't, you know, the prettiest, but they're gonna hold for sure. I've got lots of room at the bottom, so I've got room down here, so it's hanging from these tabs right there, and it looks pretty good. So yeah, lots of room, all around. It's not touching anywhere, so there won't be any vibrations poking it, you know, damaging the cores. Everything looks good. Now that the humidity, well, I mean, humidity's still pretty high, but I hit this with a heat gun and it brought out a lot more of the shine. So pretty happy about how that turned out. I still got to do this side. I think that this is great. So that's kind of it for this one, I think. I'm not sure how long this is. I don't even know what's on it, really. It's been days because I've had so many other projects going on. But yeah, I'm going to call it on this one. And then on the next one, we're going to do something different on the D150. So D150 is in full effect right now. Lots of work's getting done on this because the engine is really close to being done. All of the parts are here for the engine. So I'm waiting on a Summit package, and that should be here tomorrow. Then it'll be fuel tank modification time. Well, I don't know what it'll be like video-wise with you, but all of this stuff is in the works. So I think the last package of parts is coming in tomorrow. So unless there's some unforeseen thing, but other than that, should be it. And yeah, so thanks a lot for watching the Half-Ass Garage. I appreciate you coming to hang out in the shop and watch me mess with the D150. It's really cool. So if you like the video, hit like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share it, you know, comment below, all that stuff. So in case you missed it, I'm wearing my Mortske Repair shirt. And you should check out his channel if you haven't. And there's all kinds of other great channels. You know, C&C Auto Works, you check them out. Iron Horse Garage, check them out. Stuff with Cleatus, YouTube, you should check him out. Man, there's a bunch of them. So I'll leave cool channels down in the description below. I can't remember them all. I need to write them down. I will in the next video. I hope I'll remember to do it. But yeah, check the description below. And, you know, there's all kinds of awesome people in there. Coastal Auto Reaction, Olde Carr Guy, Str8Six Fan. I mean, tons of them. So, B&C, I can't do this. There's too many. So check the description below.